Hello everyone, and thank you so much for including me in today's conference. The request to join you comes at just the right moment because I'm just wrapping up a 2-week residency in Moscow and Yekaterinburg, working with lots of dance companies, theater companies, museum, art gallery, to discover what is possible in inclusive engagement and what's already working really well, what's happening that's exciting, and where might we want to go next. I'm a choreographer based in Washington, D.C., and I have been working in inclusive environments for the past 20 years, really working across the age and ability and culture spectrum. And for the moment, I'm going to ask you to join me in a very typical beginning moment activity. At the beginning of any workshop or presentation, I love to get everybody moving a little bit. And so I think it's a great way to really settle into the experience and give our bodies a chance to adjust to what's happening. So, as I say to all of my participants, you are in charge of your own body. You can decide how to participate. You can watch. You can join in. You can make the movement your own, okay? So, take responsibility for your part in what we're about to do. And I assure you, you are 100% prepared to be successful. Everything that you already know about dancing and talking and looking is all you need to know. So to begin, turn to a person to your right or left. If there's nobody next to you, go find somebody. Introduce yourself and shake hands, or give a high five, or some way of greeting each other. It might be a wave, it might be a wink. Second part of the dance, a circle of any kind. Circle, 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 circle. Find your way of making a circle. Third part of the dance. Turn and see how far you can look behind you. And what do you see behind you? I see this beautiful alleyway. Last part of the dance, tap your body. Tap all over your body. Gentle, with fingertips, with a hand. Tapping, waking up the skin and the muscles and the bones, getting it ready for whatever's coming next. So now we're going to do the dance, all 4 parts together. I'm going to lead you through it twice. Right now we do not have music, so enjoy the sound of the room, enjoy perhaps the laughter of your fellow participants, and let's give this a try. Turn to the right or left. Shake a hand, a high five, a wink, whatever that is. Now, circles of any kind. Circles. And now a twist. Could be a slow twist. Last but not least, tap, 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 tap. One more time, shaking, a hand, a high five, maybe a wink. Maybe you have time to do it with another person very quickly. And now circle. See how those circles feel? And now a twist, to look behind. What is back there? Sometimes looking behind reminds us of our own history. And then tap, 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 and we're done. So thank you for trying that. And what I'd love you to do is take just a moment to check in with your own body. How did that register in your body? How are you feeling now that you have done that? Maybe you feel different physically. Maybe your mood has changed. Maybe you realize that somebody is in the room that you didn't know was here before. What we just did is very true to the way I work in workshop and rehearsals, because I want to source from everybody in the room ideas. I am super smart, I'm well trained, all that, and there might be, if there are 30 people in front of me, there are 30 experts in their own way of moving, in their own life experiences, and in their own imaginations. So I'm very interested in pulling up all of that together to make dances that have more meaning. As a choreographer working in inclusive settings, I do it because it makes the art better. I don't do it because I'm a nice person and because I'm trying to help other people. I do it to make more interesting artwork. And my performances are highly participatory, so I see performance as a way to get people who might not normally be together. There's an expression that you might know: variety is the spice of life. And for me, variety is the nuance inside any dance. Variety gives me more options as a choreographer. And so I am always trying to build the collaborative skill set in my group. I want people to know how to source their own physicality and create with other people and talk about what's happening. So we bounce back and forth between doing and discussing quite a bit. Once participants have helped make material or make part of a dance, I can always start to edit. So I'm not releasing my job as a director. I'm giving the dance away and then I'm taking it back. I'm giving it away, I'm taking it back. And that's how we gradually get to something that fulfills my vision. Another benefit of this way of working for me is that my performers are 100% invested. They have made the work. They understand it from the inside out. And so as we are creating together, I know everybody in the room loves what they're making. I think there are a few things that I do in a workshop that are applicable to other cultural institutions, corporations, educational settings. So as I talk, just see, you know, what is the connection for you? How would you apply what I'm working on? First thing, participants have choices. I prompt the movement just like I prompted you to make a circle, but every participant has a choice about how they fulfill the task at hand. There is a ton of problem solving going on at any given moment. So making choices is a skill that oftentimes we have to learn or relearn, because once we get inside a particular way of working, that can stop us from thinking further. So for example, dance training, my dance training, because I grew up in the ballet world, is a beautiful, it's a beautiful form. And it can stop me in a sense. The training can also be a trap because it limits how I think about moving. What I want to do in a workshop is say, yes, use that training and let's start to really play with it. So for the institutional side of things, what do we know about inclusivity and how can we really play with what's possible? In a workshop or a rehearsal, I'm always looking for what's working, and I am very transparent about describing to the group, here's what I'm seeing, here's what I like, here's what I'm curious about, so that my group understands my aesthetic and what I'm going for. I also train all of the participants to do the same thing. What is wonderful about the way your partner is dancing today? What in that dance inspired your imagination? And so that's how the work keeps getting better and better. I would say another thing that's really important in my work is that even as we're inventing, It is not our job to be 100% original all the time. Sometimes it's wonderful to see something else that's happening in the room or that another dancer is doing and try it out for myself, to copy. Copying is an aesthetic choice. So I'm sure today at the conference you're hearing about all these amazing programs. Copying is a good first step sometimes, because of course we're going to make it our own. One final idea to share is that I think an inclusive environment is the most vibrant and productive when there is a regular interchange between the participants, so that there's room to share, oh, here's what I'm doing, here's what I'm experiencing, this is what I want next, so that there's a constant learning, remembering, and moving forward. If we get, if our line of communication stops, if there's a sense that, okay, now we have figured it out and we're done, that can be really harmful, because people keep changing, people keep growing. There needs to be a regular check-in with each other so that we continue to figure new things out. So to gather these ideas, both at the choreographic level and at the institutional level, I think it's important to always have choice, to have transparent and regular conversation, to try things that other organizations have tried and make them our own, and then to share them with the bigger world in a way that is meaningful and evocative. Lastly, I leave you with a dance, and you may use this dance forever. It is yours to keep. Do you remember it from the beginning? We connect with somebody next to us. We circle. Circling is about ongoingness. We twist. We look behind because our history is important. And we tap to remind ourselves of the importance of our body, our muscles, our bones, our skin, because that is the way we engage with the world.